does the divine plane relate to time and space? It doesn't. The divine plane has no time in it and no space. It's not, maybe to make it more graspable for you, it's sense time as a substance. Time is a substance. It's a form. And the divine plane is not of that substance. It doesn't have that substance in it. And the same as for space. It doesn't have the substance of space. So it's not in space, it's also not a space. And so I may talk so much about space, but what this is, the godly realms, that's beyond all that stuff. All of it. All together. So it isn't directly relatable by anything that is in time or in space. Unless something happens, kind of a flash from outside time comes into time. A flash from outside space comes into space. That's possible. It happened. I mean, when I say it happened, I tell it within the line of time. But where this flash came from is not within the line of time. And the flesh itself, in its quality, is not of the substance of time, nor of the substance of space. Why it's coming in and how it's coming in isn't dependent to anything that happens in the cycle of time or in the cycle of space. It's due to the hows and whys of the divine plane that have nothing to do with how we would describe how, or how we would describe why, or how we would describe when. It just is. It's an absolute isness. And this absolute isness is capable to pierce into this bubble of time-space existence, reality, that we believe is everything. But as it comes through, as God comes in, so to say, or the divine plane comes in, I want more, keep it like that. I mean, the G word is very big. we know that. But as that is coming in, it's not because it is relating to something here, but because it is itself. It is absolute reality. And absolute reality, as it is, it's also the way it moves. And I mean, to see that, you need also to completely redefine what movement is, because we relate to movement in its translation in time and space. Like, movement is something that happens in the space and it takes a certain time. Movement of the divine plane is the origin of what movement is within time and within space. For some reason, time is ready. Time is ready to be pierced by where it originally came from, which is again a description within the lines of time. But what can we do? I mean, we're talking with our minds. I'm talking with my minds. I'm describing. But this information obviously isn't of the mind. It's not in the mind where you can get what I say. It's in your mind where you can hear the description, make sense of it. But this is, as much as it's out of time and space, it's out of anything that is thinking. Thinking is stuff. Thinking is a substance. So it's not of that substance. For some reason, it's time that no substance is able to come into the substance of mind and even be communicated through words. I mean, it's literally mind-blowing. If you let it in, it's mind-blowing. It will blow your mind. It will leave you with nothing in the hands, but with everything dissolving, everything giving, and like the most natural. If you're getting any of that, the most natural movement in you will be to just dissolve into that. I mean, this is so absolutely true. You will just, you will just be the drop that, whew, yes, to ocean, let me back in, and that's natural. That's not an effort or not a spiritual attainment or something you should do. It's just what the truth, the absolute truth, does to you as it touches you. And it is touching in. It's magnificent that it's happening. But it's touching in. And not in the way and that it would relate to what is happening in time and space, but in a way that it is itself. And comes in, moves in, and it's happening. It's happening here within time and space. But don't confuse your perception of reality within time and space with that, because it's not of that. It's unendingly higher, which is again a description within space. It's not higher, it's the highest. Get in resonance with that flash. Whether you experience it or not. You might have your flash in your lifetime as an actual experience. But regardless whether you have that or not, you can right now, in the finest way, resonate. And then the doors of heaven will open because they were never shut. It's just that the substance of time and the substance of space and the whole thing that happens here in reality and existence is just not a matter for the divine plane. It's something like one cell in your body. You know how many cells you have in your body? So just one of them, this is all of existence, all of reality. The complete thing, the whole thing. The rest of the divine body, the other trillions and trillions of cells, function, move, are in complete other realities and other ways and other functionings. And all of those parallel realities, they're all subject to the divine plane.